Welcome back to another week here at Side Hustles by Seoenz.
I'm Heidi So,
And I'm Juan Carlos Enriquez.
and together we are Seoenz.
Today we have a really special show. Um, but before we start, Heidi, where we are at?
So today we are at another Airbnb property. This is actually our first home. We bought this home back before the pandemic started in 2020. And then we were crazy enough to remodel through a pandemic that we didn't know it was going to last this long. But we remodeled this whole duplex in about 5 months, and it's we love it. We love it. We want to move here. We wanted to move here, but the cash flow is too good to let go. So yeah, this is our home. This is actually, like, according to El Paso appraisal. We live here.
Yes. So yes, and in the background you can see one really special wall that my wife and I did, and it is a really great accent wall. I love it. I really enjoy staring at it, and it came out really nice. It looks much better than I mean you're looking at, but and of course I mean we're really grateful for all the time that we spent here. Okay, so let's go into our topic for today. It's going to be our top 5 designs, Airbnb designs, and we're gonna start with number 5. Okay, so this is number
So
5.
this is number 5. This is our European cottage. We remodeled this back in September, well, from like around July to September. We went live on it on September 2021. And we just love this design. We love how cozy it is. It's called the European cottage for a reason. Initially, when we started, it was just completely different, but we actually opened up that archway between the kitchen and the bedroom, and it just gave it a whole different look once we did that. And we love it. So here are some pictures about it, so you guys can see them. That's the kitchen. Again, the whole European cottage vibe.
Yes, and the bar area. It is an outstanding, I guess, focus point, and I mean, it looks astounding.
And then here we actually added a privacy wall between the bedroom and the living room. So I didn't want, since this is a studio, I didn't want to be so open as when you would open the door, you would see the bedroom right away. I definitely do different focal points throughout the studio with the design. So now when you actually open the door, you don't look into the bedroom. When you open the door, what grabs your attention most of everything, it's the kitchen. The opening to the kitchen, the archway, that's what opens up everything. So this is the living room. The fireplace was already like that. We just definitely went into with the design. We just cleaned it up well. We actually added those beams as well. There initially there were only, I think there was only two beams, and they were not obviously spaced out correctly. So we were able to add a third beam, and it just gave it a different look and aesthetic to the cottage. So it
Yeah,
was really nice.
it added symmetry, right?
Yes.
Yes, we're all waiting for something to be added in that rest of the ceiling, and yeah, you Heidi, she found out. I mean, exactly what it was needed.
Yes. Recessed lights and beams. And but yeah, I mean, the design throughout this whole Airbnb, it's inviting, it's cozy, and you just, the kitchen, the king size bed, my husband, he actually did the frame for the whole bed. We added all of these different details throughout the whole studio, and even the map that you see there. Now putting it together, it's like a puzzle, and it just gives it that look. And that's not the last picture. There's also the
Yes, the
bathroom.
bathroom.
So this is the bathroom, how we left it. We did like a new coat of paint. We added those shelves on top of the toilet. My husband, he made that box for your phone and for toilet paper. And then underneath, initially it was just a freestanding vanity, but we you can't really see it in that picture, but we actually added a cover, a wood cover, to give it that same design of wood and cottage feel. And obviously that mirror also, it the gold features, the round mirror. This mirror is from IKEA, and it's like, I think it's like $60, but it's really nice. I really like how it ties the whole bathroom together. And then once you move into actually, like, obviously the actual space, the studio, you see more mirrors. You see all of this all flowing. So we really like this one. So this is our top five, and this is number five.
Yeah, so let's go and move to number 4.
Okay.
Look at those chandeliers.
So I love this apartment because it was the first apartment that I actually focused on the design more than just like a renovation.
Yeah.
This was the first apartment, and I love it, and everybody loves it. This is actually on the Union Plaza Apartments, and it's apartment one. It's also our bridal suite for our Union Plaza loft venue. And you have this two-bedroom apartment with chandeliers and this really nice, elegant feel to it, and coziness with the pink room and the wood and the leather sofas. Um, these are all like real leather. I also added a reading nook by the window and more chandeliers throughout the space, the kitchen. It was so nice. We added granite countertops. So I'm telling you guys, this is the first time that I actually spent a little bit more out of my budget, because I went out for the granite. I went out for new appliances, completely new appliances. All of the appliances were completely new: dishwasher, stove, microwave, fridge, plus new countertops, plus new shelving, new chandeliers. So we added this waterfall island, and that was going to be serve as your dining room, because obviously it's still a two-bedroom, but it's a small two-bedroom. So we really didn't want to have to move the kitchen or put a dining room right in the middle of the passage through the door to the room. So this was what we figured out. But yeah, this is probably, so this is number four. And it definitely is always going to be, one to remember, because I definitely exploded with design in that moment, and just having to know, quítalo.
Yes, there's correct me if I'm mistaken. Did you add an area for someone to have makeup for the bridals, or is this something that is being removed? Or
No, it's still there. I just didn't send a picture, but we have a we have a couple of mirrors, and you have like a desk that it feels like it's like a vanity. And it's right as before you enter the room, that's where it's at. And it definitely serves a purpose now that it's used as the bridal suite, instead of it just being like a desk. Like now it serves like, oh, okay, I can get ready here. I have the mirrors, you have the connections, you have the outlets right there. I think that desk even has an outlet like on top of the desk, so it's very easy to connect. um But yeah, I think like with this apartment, I definitely opened up into like, choosing the right lighting, adding chandeliers, adding recessed lights. We hadn't done that as much before, and once I started with this apartment, it was definitely nonstop from then. Like, we started with apartment 1, we moved to apartment 9, and then we actually got here to this duplex, and then we did another duplex, and it's just been just ongoing
Design after
designs.
design after
Yeah, but I
design. Yeah.
definitely learned a lot with my initial Airbnbs, and then getting to the point of Airbnb, of apartment 1. I was definitely able to just
Explore.
explore more
Yeah.
options.
Okay, so we're done with number 4. Okay, let's go into number 3. That's in this is an awesome. I really like the boho team. So this is something that we went down to Playa del Carmen, and we did this special the wall. So there's a design that came up really nice, and we actually added an LED light strip on the back, and the wood out, the grains, and the light that goes through the spacing that we added. So it makes it really beautiful for this condo.
Yes, so this is our Playa del Carmen boho condo, and the whole Airbnb is completely bohemian. And as my husband mentions, this room, we made the headboard, and it has like a slate wall. But then once we added the LEDs, it just completely changed the look. And those LEDs, it's actually serving as a side lamp, because we added a switch that you can just like flip it, so it's always connected, but you flip it and you turn it on or you turn it off. And all of the furniture for this apartment, this condo, it's all handmade over there in Playa del Carmen, in Mexico, and it's all cedar wood. It's just the finest for that kind of climate. Um, Here, this is another bedroom. So this condo, it's a 2 bedroom, 2 baths. When we initially got it, it was a 2 bedroom, 1 bath, and then we ended up adding a second bathroom in this room, which is the master bedroom. We were initially gonna place the king size bed here, but then once we added the bathroom, it took us, obviously it ate some space, so we ended up making the queen size here. But now you have a full bathroom inside the room, and I love how the side lamps look.
Yeah.
I love how it came out. Also, the ceiling fans for those, like, it's just very beachy, exactly what it needed. Um, and in that room, we made the headboard as well. We took a weekend to go out to Playa del Carmen, and we did both headboards in that weekend. And this, I went into a more of a sun. I wanted to feature like a sun, and I feel it does give that vibe. It has that gold features, but it looks like a sun. It's like a sunset or a sunrise, whatever you want to see it, however you want to see it. But again, it's very beautiful, and we love how it came out. Um, Here's the living room. Um, we have the same ceiling fans throughout the whole condo, but again, the living room, it's very open, and you have a small patio back there. And then again, it's all cedar wood, and even the bookshelf, like, everything was made out there, and it was just so beautiful. But the best thing is that my mom, actually, she made that, what's it called, that
A tapestry.
art. Yeah, the tapestry that's back there. So she made that in a whole week. And she also wanted to take a hit at it, and see what she could do. So she ended up making that tapestry. And we were missing artwork, and we couldn't find anything really out there that matched what I already had in the other room. So she ended up going for it, and she made that for us. And then the kitchen, This is a
This is a
full kitchen.
huge transformation. Yeah.
Yes. So initially, where you guys see like the middle beam, it was just you only had like a small hole in between, and the sink was there, and then you had like an even higher bar, um, and it was just horrible. It was like a tiny kitchen you couldn't even fit through. So we ended up just bringing down walls, and I this was the first thing I did when I went to the condo. I designed the kitchen. I was like, okay, this is I pictured it. We ended up extending. It has two sinks. One sink, the one for the dishes, it's all the way to the end, and then you have a stove top of gas, and then you have a small wine bar and coffee bar area where you also have your wine rack and all that stuff. So, it's really nice. It turned out great. My parents loved it. It's just so open now, and it doesn't look how it used to. It was so dark and ugly. So now it's all open, white, pretty. We ended up going for also granite countertops there. And then this is your dining room. So here we did add a dining room. It's just very, again, wood, cedar wood all the way. And we also added those nice chandeliers well, not chandeliers, but pendant lights. And again, they have that same texture for the boho look that we're going for. So I love how it turned out. It's just so beautiful. And I mean, it's my design. And obviously, I had to be involved in a lot, but my parents definitely took the ball on this one because they were the ones being there and
Yeah,
supervising
supervising.
the construction and making sure it was like I wanted it. And this is just great. But yeah.
Teamwork. Number number two comes up, and this is just below us, and this is we're actually on.
I was like,
Yes, we're number.
below us. It's
Yeah,
like,
just below us. Yes,
oh,
it
like,
is
like right now.
right now. Yes, of course. So this one is downstairs unit, and this is a whole transformation. We actually took down a couple of stairs to actually expand this kitchen, and we found a lot of things behind the walls because it was just everything was hidden, like it was encased into areas. I don't know why they had like empty area, and we had to knock down those walls to expand it because there wasn't anything in there. We even found some crazy toys in those between those walls. We actually
I wouldn't
found
say
a
crazy toys. I would say scary toys. Okay, there's a big difference between crazy toys and scary toys. Okay.
we found dollar bills too.
Mm. Anyways, moving on. So this is our modern farmhouse, and this is number two because it's just so beautiful. We love the white and black. I think that's something that we do a lot, but we definitely try and change up the style behind it. I remember when we started bringing down walls, and just it just transformed completely because again, this had a very tiny kitchen. It had a very tiny kitchen and a tiny stove, and I hated that stove. It was so tiny and you couldn't even do anything with it, and I was just like, this is
It
just
didn't
such
work.
a waste. It worked the top, but it didn't work like the oven. So I was just like, oh no. And then I had already planned the design. I was like, no, we I really want to make this. And when we started doing the duplex upstairs, once we finished, and it took us a while to actually finish up, we finished everything except the kitchen. The kitchen, we didn't do anything to it until we had a little bit more money. And then after we finally saved up enough, we're like, okay, now we're gonna do the kitchen. And I blocked off the dates, and then it took us 3 weeks to 3 insane weeks.
I can remember that. And there's some things that I had to change. The thing is that when we did that beam that looks black, it was supposed to be stain, black
Mm-hmm.
stain, but the wood wasn't
Absorbing the
absorbing,
stain.
yeah, as well as we wished. And at that time, the price of wood was really expensive. It
Still
should,
is.
yes. I mean, it went back up, but the 2x4s were about eight 48 or something, and we needed plywood for this one, and it had to be,
Cheap plywood.
no, I mean, for us to have the stain and for the grain to look through the stain, yeah, I mean, we needed a good
Good plywood.
hardwood. Uh-huh.
But yeah, so the addition that we did was the kitchen. So where you see the different tile, that's what we added later on. Um, when we started designing this, we never actually removed the tile from the rest of the studio. And then when we actually opened up the walls, we added new tile. Soon enough, we'll actually be able to put the same tile throughout the home. um but right now it's just, it looks great. It doesn't affect the design itself. This is a modern farmhouse, and the way it's modern, it's because it has a lot of white and black, so that's why it gives it that modern feel, the contemporary feel, but still farmhouse with shiplap. We always do open shelving. We love to do open shelving, and we added the pipes, and the pipes gave it that industrial feel with the farmhouse, and it looks great. Everything, it's black and white, and then all of my appliances are also black. Like, I think that's such a very important thing for me. Like, when I start designing, I definitely want it to feel that it flows, and I feel like not a lot of times I choose stainless steel, but only if I have to. But if I have the option to either go white or black, I definitely take that option. And then another thing we added was that coffee bar station that we didn't have before. We added the
Oh yeah.
shelving, we added the coffee bar, and it just gave it that really nice look. So this is the modern farmhouse, but we also have the bedroom, and the bedroom, that's me. And the bedroom, it's more of a boho. So again, I initially I remember, because my design was like, okay, we're gonna do the bedroom boho, because then everything's gonna be boho, and then everything changed. Because once I actually remodeled the kitchen, then I was like, no, I'm going for this sort of look instead of the boho. And I really didn't care that it's like a more boho feel, because again, this is wood, guys, and that's why I love about wood. You just sand it down and you restain, and then now you have completely new furniture, and now you have new shelves. And that's something that we're able to do with this, with all of the wood that you guys see. We just haven't had the chance, because obviously it's always booked, and I would have to like block it off and make sure that I'm able to go in there and actually restain all of the wood, the what's it called, the molding on the top and the shelves. So that's why I haven't really, I don't want to, I don't want to have to block off my nights. But anyways,
And there's one thing that we have to, would like to add on this one, is that we did it on a really tight
schedule.
budget and schedule. So they usually don't mix up. I mean, or
No,
either you do it in a short time and
you spend more money.
you spend more money, or it's the other way. You have a lot of time and then you can do little by little. So
Yeah, this
yeah, so
one we
this one we
actually
did it.
manage. I don't even know how we manage,
Oh,
but
I know how we
you
manage.
did it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, but most of the work was done by my husband and an employee, and it was a lot. It was a lot
Oh,
of work.
yeah.
And again, but every time he does it, we save on payroll. So, and since this is his house, obviously he wants to save money there. So he's very big fan of being
Yeah, my wife.
saving
Yeah,
money.
she usually tells me that I'm the, what is it, like the handyman? No, it is
Jack of
jack
all
of all
trades.
trades. Yes, and
He's
I
my
was
jack of
listening.
all trades. And then
Yeah.
his name's Juan Carlos, so it kind of like goes with it. So, but yeah, he's my jack of all trades because he just wants to do it all. even though he can't, but he wishes he could. And then this is
Well,
the last photo we're gonna show for this.
for
Um,
number two,
yeah, this is again. This is the downstairs, and this is the bathroom.
I love the artwork.
I did that like in 5 minutes, and um, but this was also very like tricky. So you guys would think that that's either paint, the gray, it's either paint or shiplap or something. It's not. Okay, it's just compound with cement coloring,
Coloring.
and then I got my employee to do lines with his finger to give it that fake or fox shiplap look. um
It turned out
it
really, really
Yeah, I mean,
nice.
when you're there, like, it looks cool
Yeah,
because
he was a
it's,
champion. He was good.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it looked good, and it saved us money. Again, compound costs you what, like $15.
Yeah, and it usually doesn't go up if wood goes up or prices go up,
Yeah, that
like
one doesn't go
compound
up.
or yeah,
But
yeah, joint
um
compound.
so once we actually added that, also like that gray look and the piping, it just gives it that whole connection between the modern farmhouse that I was going for with the kitchen and then the bathroom. That's what I definitely tried and connect. Later on, I'll just make sure I update the bedroom, but for now, it's doing fine.
Yes.
And then
Number one. So we're actually here. So let's start with the first picture, which is that one. It's awesome.
so yes, this is my top one. This is my number one. It will always and forever be. Again, we did a lot of work here, but it was just amazing how much we were able to change this home. And the design, I feel with this home, I experimented with more things. I experimented with,
Kitchen.
like, no, like this wall. We were trying to figure out how to do this.
Yeah.
This back wall. And then also the kitchen. Like, I knew I wanted this. My husband learned how to do everything. He did epoxy countertop,
Yeah, but I mean,
cement countertop
it was because we were really short
on budget.
budget. Yeah, we wanted to save as much as we could. So this is the first time that we used epoxy and cement as countertop. So we mixed those two, and that was a product. I mean,
And it looks
we
great.
usually get a lot of
It's
compliments.
very, yeah, and it's also because it's very it withstands the time and the wear and tear of the actual kitchen. So it's really good. I love it. I love it. Love my kitchen here. I wanted, so when I designed this kitchen, I knew I wanted the stove there because I knew I didn't want a stove that had, the panel on the back, because I wanted my husband to be able to cook while he was watching TV, because he's the one that cooks in this family.
Yes, and whatever we saved on, I guess the countertops,
I spend it.
yes.
I spend it all in appliances, because we also did new appliances. I bought new fridge, a new dishwasher, a new microwave, and a very, very, very expensive stove with no paneling on the back and 5 burners, and the fancy things that you want.
Oh, and
We actually
that's
had
awesome.
Christmas one time here for,
Yeah,
yeah,
we did brisket.
we did brisket, yeah. And when I stayed here for that time, like, I didn't want to leave. I was like,
Yeah.
nope, this
That's
is where I want to
another
stay.
picture. Yes.
Yeah, and that's our stove. That's the kitchen. That's the big island. And I love how, like, looking at this picture, like, it just feels so awesome. It has, so this look is
the
called,
definition, right? The definition of open space.
yes. Yes, this is what it should be when you do open concept, because you want to be able to not be hiding in a kitchen or hiding somewhere and not being able to communicate with all of them, all of the people that are in the home. So this is a contemporary with art decor. The reason it's art decor is because of my dining room. So my dining room, I added these sort of chairs blue and pink with like that very velvet. And then
Texture.
I also the the dining room, the dining table, we made it. We added marble feel to it. It's gray and gold, and it's epoxy as well. So
Mm-hmm.
it was just amazing how it turned out. I wish you guys could see it. But anyway, so that picture, oh, you could see it here. This is the table I'm talking about.
And she made
Um,
it. She made it.
and I made it. I made it. I made this table.
And it was really affordable because we just got the table from somewhere that it was in the storage or in the apartments or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Your mom found it. We
Mm.
didn't even or something like
Anyways,
that. Yes. Long story.
yeah. Long story short, so this is one bedroom. This is the master bedroom for this duplex, and it has that very like pink color. It's so subtle. It's so welcoming, but then it's pink and black and gold, and I think that gives it that very pop. We did that accent wall. You know, I definitely knew I wanted to add carpet ever since I got the duplex. So I didn't want to, because we redid everything. Like we tore this duplex apart.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing that is here now was here before. Like we took it apart. We demoed every wall.
Oh yeah.
Nothing. It was just, we just had to,
Horrible.
yeah, it's just horrible. So when we added, I didn't want to have to buy more tile, but I definitely wanted, we don't wear shoes. So again, when I designed this, I was like, yeah, I could do Airbnb, but I definitely want to feel like I could stay here. So we don't wear shoes inside our home because we are Asians. So so then we never wear shoes inside the home, and I did want to add carpet so it wouldn't be so cold for the tile, but I also didn't want it to be like typical carpet. So I ended up adding industrial carpet and the like commercial carpet, which is very thin, but it's all black. So it doesn't do like the bad carpet that it just stays all the bad stuff. And then it's like squares. So if something happens, I could just cut off the square and then place a new one. So I think that's why we're very practical with the design. Um, I want it to be beautiful but practical. It's not just about it being pretty, because if it doesn't give you a real good function about it, then it's just like, oh, man, why do people do this? Or so I wanted to make sure that that was something that was flowing. And so this is a 2 bedroom, 1 bath,
And
huge kitchen,
yes,
nice living space. And then this is the final bedroom for this room.
my favorite.
Well, it's your favorite because you did it all. So again, for this bedroom, those honeycomb shelves, all the shelves that you see, the bed, everything that it's wood, my husband made it. And but obviously the design was mine. I definitely wanted to have this sort of design. This was the first time I did this design. This boho design was the first time I did it. It wasn't on the previous one. The previous one, that was after we remodeled this top unit. So our first remodel for the duplex was this unit. So this was the first time I did this design, which was the boho, and we really loved it. And my husband was just like, oh, this is so pretty. We added a swing. I don't have a picture of it, but we added a swing on the other end where the small closet is, and it's just so pretty. Like it just flows, and I mean, we just love it. We just love it. And so, again, it's just a very modern, contemporary art deco that we have going on. And this is probably like the space that gets the most compliments. And this is the bathroom for this duplex. So
Pretty
beautiful.
fancy.
Yeah. It has like that marble feel for the white. We did also black, white, and gold on this one. So it's very pretty. We love it. That epoxy on the vanity, my husband made it. I just
and that's
love.
it.
I think that's why it's one of my favorites because because we just definitely um we just definitely like
Try to save on whatever you can,
no, I
or
think it's like my favorite because we were very hands on.
mm,
And I can remember being here and doing this. I remember doing that wall. I remember doing at 10 p.m. with a baby because back then she was like 6, 7, 8 months, and we were working long nights and trying to finish up, and I just remember so much of it that I think that's why it will always be my favorite because it just I don't know, like it was we just put a lot of work together. Um and yeah, I think so. So anyways, this is a picture of me recently. This is how I look. Um and we actually had a photo shoot going on here last 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks
Two
ago.
weeks ago, for our branding, which is made by Seoenz, and on the other side, and again, featuring me as the face of our company. But we would definitely. I love that picture. I think it's so beautiful. The lighting, the
It's just
shells.
perfect for like a magazine cover.
Yes, yes, I think so. And but again, like just looking at it and knowing how much work of our work of what we do went into it, I think that's why it's so beautiful. Like it's just, and obviously I look great. On next Sunday they went ahead and they actually lent me the clothing, and then I have my friend Barbie Madrid, and she's gonna, once I'm famous, you guys, she's just gonna be with me, like my hair and makeup, and I'm just gonna fly her everywhere with me. Like that's what I'm thinking, because she's my hair and makeup. Right now I have hair and makeup from Beauty and Style Studio, and she actually came over with me, and she was here during the photo shoot, and it was just a blast. And then my PR, Victoria Acosta, she was also obviously here, and it was just so much fun. But I definitely wanted to show you guys how you guys could use my space for any photo shoot. I'm always selling. I'm always selling. But anyways, you guys are welcome to stay at any of these places. You guys can find the listings either on our website, which is seoenz.com, or you can go to Airbnb and you can search for them, and most likely they won't be available. Like this one, they check in tomorrow for a month, and it's just that's just it always the case. Someone checks in and it's always occupied. That time that I had the photo shoot, we've been trying to come here for months, and Victoria was like, "Oh my god, like I really want to go to that, to that home because it's so beautiful. I only know it from the
Yeah,
pictures."
yes.
And I'm like, "Well, it's because it's always booked." So finally I had like that middle wave room, and I was like, we have to do it this date because that's it. Like there's not gonna be any other chance. And yeah, like literally I just blocked off that day, and then I remember like a couple of days later it booked for 2 weeks. And then I was like, I knew it. Like I just
Hmm.
knew it. Like it was just, that's how it is. But anyways, so yeah, well, I hope you guys, I know it's a little dark. The sun went down.
Yeah, the sun went down.
But if you guys have any questions, you're welcome to reach me at Instagram on Made by Seoenz. You can also find us at EPTX Airbnb. Go ahead and follow us on Instagram or Facebook. And this is our website, seoenz.com. And if you guys have any questions or inquiries, send me an email to heidi@seoenz.com. I try, answer as soon as possible. I have one email that I haven't answered from there. It's just been a couple of crazy days, but I definitely try and answer as soon as I can with the best answer that I can come up with for whatever questions you guys have. So definitely reach out to me. if you tell us, I mean, comment on the notes and on the comments below. Let us know which one is your top. What's your favorite of the five that we showed you? Is it the European cottage? Is it the apartment
Farmhouse.
one, which is the very glamorous, elegant style? Um, so yeah, we have European cottage, glamorous and elegant, and then we have the boho beach vibes, and then we have our modern farmhouse, and then we have our contemporary art deco. So let us know in the comments below which one is your favorite out of the five. Um, and yeah.
Yes, if you want to become an Airbnb host, we're gonna have a workshop
Yeah.
on March 10th. There's still tickets available. It's a small class, so we wanna give the that experience that should be for small groups. So we're gonna give you our systems. We're gonna provide you with lunch. So we're gonna provide all the systems that we have implemented throughout the years that we been working with this in this workshop. So please book. I'll put the link on the comment section if you're interested. But time is running out, so please.
Yes, so it's gonna happen March 10th from 3 to 7 p.m. at the Union Plaza Lot venue in El Paso, Texas. This one we will not be offering a live stream. It's only an in-person event. We do have the Union Plaza Bistro catering this workshop. So we're actually gonna be featuring a new what's it called? A new entree for the upcoming bistro. So I hope you guys, even if you guys are obviously interested in the workshop, come for the food. Come for the food. But yeah, this is gonna be the last chance for this time to have it in English. And then I'm also gonna offer it in Spanish in April 7th. So if you guys wanna go to that one, you're welcome to buy your tickets for that one. Union Plaza Vistro will also be catering lunch for that workshop. So, thank you so much, everyone, for watching us. And, we hope to see you next week.
Yes, please comment, follow, like, share. We'll be grateful for that. Thank you very much and see you next week.
Bye bye.